Alright, time for the reverse. Let's look at some Indonesian things that I think would send most Americans into a coma. Hi, I'm Joy. I'm an American mom living in Indonesia for almost 8 years. And yes, I know Indonesia is a very diverse country with really big cities and small towns. And this is just my experience of where I've lived in Indonesia and what I think would be shocking. The first is the amount of motorbikes that Indonesia has, especially as like a form of family transportation. Seeing lots of little kids on motorbikes, that is not something that is common in the US and is always shocking for most Americans. The second is that in most restaurants in the US, we can get free drink refills on sodas, on tea, and that is not something that I've ever experienced in Indonesia. Where I live in Indonesia, we don't have many coffee shops that open before 10 or 11 a.m., especially if I wanted like an iced coffee or something like that. I would have to go to like McDonald's. Whereas in the US, coffee shops open 6 a.m., grab iced coffee on your way to work, get some breakfast too, but that doesn't seem to be the culture where I live in Indonesia. Probably different in a big city, but I'm in a pretty small town, so that's what I've experienced. Another shocking thing about living in Indonesia is the amount of cigarette smoking as well as ads for cigarette smoking in America that is not at all common, as well as I think even like cigarette ads are banned in the US. Like I don't think you can advertise cigarettes. Anyway, but that is so common here. Cigarette ads everywhere, people smoking cigarettes. That is way more common in Indonesia than in the US. Number 5, the next one I think would be shocking is the amount of public urination. The amount of times I'm driving down the road and I see some guy that's just stopped on the side of the road to pee, not behind a tree, not behind his car, just standing on the side of the road peeing. That is not at all common in the US, and I think you could actually be like given a ticket or like taken to jail for like public indecency for something like that. And while we're on the topic, let's just talk about bathrooms and how shocking I think bathrooms are in Indonesia for an American. Not only is there not a lot of toilet paper and you can't flush the toilet paper, if there is, there's often a squat toilet, which we are not used to using in America. I feel like Indonesian bathrooms are just super wet, and we have those water scoops as toilet sprayers. I think just an Indonesian bathroom going into just a regular bathroom in Indonesia would be so shocking to almost all Americans. And my last two things are about food. The amount of Indonesian food snacks that I see putting chocolate and cheese together would send an American into a coma. Those are not two things that we ever combine in a snack. Definitely not. And of course, we can't forget how spicy the food is in Indonesia. I feel like most American food is not as spicy as Indonesian food. Even if we think it's spicy, Indonesian food is like next level spice. And I think that would be so shocking. What do you think? Did I miss anything? What do you think would be shocking for an American to